Mhm. Hello, good evening. Let me know if you can hear me. Good evening. Dorcas, good evening. You're welcome. Okay, so today I am trying to make sure that our taste is fully captured. I pray. Okay, I'm still going to be. I really. I think I need to. Is it even the length of the paper? I'm just trying to reduce my paper. I'm just trying to reduce the paper so that it can, yes, so that the table can capture every area of it. Hello, good evening. So you're welcome. Yeah. So I'm just going to wait for you people to join the stream if you can hear me. So let me just be placing my lines. Like I think I need to let me get another tape, another. Okay guys, so I'm just I'm just trying to get a new marker. Let's see. Good evening. Can you hear me? Salam. Please let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. So I'm just trying to place the lines first while I wait for somebody to confirm that they can hear me. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you for confirming. Okay, so we're making a pencil gown today, so you can see my pattern paper. So I'm just trying as much. I hope that my table that it captures my table nicely. Okay, let's see. I just want to make sure. Okay. So the next line, that's the first line. The next line, I'm going to replace adding my bust point line. So for this, I'll use 10 inches. And then the under bust, I have 13. And then for the waist, I'm making use of 16.5. And then I am going to mark my hip line from this point. And then the full length. So let me use the full length of my pattern paper. That is what I am going to use. So which is like 36 inches. Okay. So all of these lines, I'm going to join them together. Okay. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm just placing all of the lines. Okay. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do now, let's start adding our measurements. Okay. So it's a pencil gown. So um if you are just joining us, you're welcome. Please let me know where you're watching me from. You guys should please hit on the like button of this video, okay? So let's start, go straight into the tutorial. So I don't want to start waiting. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm trying to get the shoulder measurement. So for the shoulder is 15. I'll divide 15 into 2. I have 7.5. Can you see? I add half of an inch to it for my allowance, and then from that point I'm going to come down by 1 inch. I would mark this. So basically what I'm doing now, I'm doing a basic bodice. So that's what I'm doing. So from this point I'm going to use 7 inches for my round sleeve measurement. So for you to get your round sleeve measurement, you are going to divide your sleeve circumference, that's your round sleeve, into 6 and then add 1.5. Okay, so that's it. The next thing we're going to do now, for the back, we're going to take out our dart. So I want my dart to run from the top to the down. Okay, so I'll use my bust span, which is 4.5. My bust span is 9, so I'll use 4.5. I'm dividing that 4.5 into 4. So if you really want a fitted gown, this is how you should draft your gown. That's just the truth. So I'm going to extend it like this. So I've marked it down. Okay, the next thing I am going to do now, I am going to extend this measurement. So before then, I'm going to mark out my neckline for my back. So the neckline for the back is 3.5 inches wide, and then for the depth, I'm just going to make use of 2 inches. Okay, so that's for the back. I'll mark it like this. So if you want a really beautiful pencil dress, you should run your dart to the top. You should make it like a shoulder dart, so that the dart cuts through. Not don't just put what do you call it? So 2.5. So I'm going to connect my dart like this. So this is for my back part. So I've extended my dart to the top. Okay, so once I extended my dart to the top, I'm going to take out this dart. I'm going to take out half of an inch from this top part, because I want it to lap properly. Okay, so that is why. And then I'm going to mark it like this. And then I'm going to come down to my waist area. I'm going to take out a dart of 1 inch. So this is my bust point, under bust, waist, and then my hip line. Okay, so I want to take out that around this waistline, and that I want to take out is 1 inch. So I'll take half of an inch to the right and then half of an inch to the left. Okay, so when I do that, you guys can drop your questions, you can ask your questions. So once you want a very fitted gown, you should draft it this way. Don't just use that normal regular waist dart to do that. That's normal straight dart. Let it cut across, so it will help you to be able to arrange your gown properly, and it will be very fitted. So it's not going to have any sagging part. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do now, we want to take out our full body measurement. So for our bust circumference, we're using 36. Divide by 4, we have 9. So I'm just going to add 3 inches, 1 inch for that, and then 2 inches for sewing allowance. I'll come to the under bust, which is 30 inches. 30 divided by 4, I'm going to have 7.5. I'll add 1 inch for sewing allowance for that, and then I will add the same 2 inches that I added before for my sewing allowance. So I'll come to my waist. The waist is 32. So when you divide 32 into 4, you are going to have 8 inches. This is 8 inches. Remember our 1 inch that you bring that back into your pattern, and then you add your sewing allowance. Okay, so for this, I'm using the same 2 inches because it is a fitted gown. So that is why I'm trying to maintain. Gifty, good evening. I'm going to come back and answer everybody. Okay, so now for the hip, I'm going to make use of 10 inches, which is 40. You divide your hip by 4. This is 10. And then I'll take out 1 inch, because when I cut, definitely I'm going to lose, because like I said, I want my dart to run through. I want a straight cut inside my skirt, my gown. I don't just want that normal waist dart. Okay. And then I'm going to add that 1 inch, and then I'm going to add my stitching allowance of 2 inches. Okay, so for the hem, here's what I'm going to do for that hem. I'm going to check what I have here. So I have about 13 inches. So that 13 inches, normally I should take out 2 inches and have 11 inches for the down part of my skirt. But I'm going to take out 2.5, so I'm going to have 10 because I want the pencil, I want it really tight. Like, seriously, where is the cover of my marker? Okay, let me look for another cover to cover it. I really don't know what happened, where it fell. It start falling somewhere. Let me use this to manage it before it will dry up. Okay, I'm seeing myself, I'm covering it. God have mercy. So can you guys see? So I'm just trying to join all of my lines together. So once I join it to this point, for this down part, you can see how I am going to mark this. So I'll mark it like this. So you can see this part is a little bit sharp. No, you don't want that. So I'm going to place my pattern curve like this, and then I'm going to give it this beautiful curve. So once I do this, I have my back pattern, really beautiful, nice and well. So this is my back pattern. So I'm going to keep it, and then we're going to draft the front pattern. So for those of you that are just joining us, that did not see how